Alright, so currently we are here in the MS Excel environment using our previous dataset regarding our previous topic on filtering data. So anyway, for this presentation, for this tutorial, we will be using this same dataset for our discussion on conditional formatting. So first of all, conditional formatting actually enables us to highlight cells with a certain color depending on the cell's value. So as you can see here, we have here the ribbon, and under the home tab, around on this area, we have the conditional formatting. So you can actually click here, and upon clicking, it will give you additional window that says highlight cells rules, top bottom rules, data bars, the color scales, icon sets, new rule, clear rules, and manage rules. Now, what are the difference of these different functions? Of course, we will discuss this right now. Let's start with highlight cell rules. So, using the highlight cell rules, we can actually highlight those greater than, less than, between, equal to, text that contains a date occurring, duplicate values, and any other more rules. So this is actually almost the same. It just so happened that they are used on a certain condition, specified conditions. But for our example, let's try to highlight this first, the sales, then conditional formatting. Let's use the greater than. So we will going to highlight the cells on this column B. So let's have here cell value. By default, our style is actually classic, so let's don't change it. So cell value greater than, I will write here 200,000, meaning all values above 200,000 will be highlighted on the column B. Now, what will be the highlight color? I just want it to be changed into green. So this is how it will reflect upon highlighting. Then click OK. Alright. So by default, we have, since this is also click upon our highlighting. Actually, to be honest, this shouldn't be included. It is just actually my error of highlighting also the column. Anyway, upon clicking the conditional formatting condition that we have set, the 200,000 above is only the 230,000, which is from our third row, De La Cruz, Quezon City, second quarter. Now, the 200,000 is not highlighted since our condition is greater than 200,000. 200,000 is not greater than 200,000. 200,000 is 200,000. I hope you get it, my friends. So anyway, if you wanted to not include the sales, just undo it. Then highlight only this different data set below the sales. Then click highlight sales rules, then greater than 200,000. Alright, so I hope you get it. Okay, now for the next part, we have the top and bottom rules. So under top bottom rules, we have here the top 10 items, top 10%, bottom 10 items, bottom 10%, above average, and below average. So we can actually, let's try to highlight this again, the sales column, up to cell B15. Then let's try to highlight, or rather to make our bottom rules, or our top, or yung rather bottom 10 items, or bottom 5, you can actually change it. So bottom 5 items to red, and it is now preset. So upon clicking the OK, it will all now be highlighted, the bottom value, the top 5, or rather the 5 bottom values, which are the 50,000, 8,000, 4,000, and 20, and 9,000. So that's basically how conditional formatting works. It can really, this is actually a part, guys, of the data visualization. It can really have us enough insight on what are happening on our data. As I am mentioning on my classes and on our tutorials, of course, on this channel, I'm always mentioning that data has something to tell you. data is going to communicate with you, and it is for you, it is on you, on how you can decode all those message, all those insights coming from our data. And using the conditional formatting as part of our data visualization can be a great tool for that conveying of message from the data, going to an insight and going to a business practice or any decision making that you are facing right now. Alright? So next, let's back to our conditional formatting. That's basically for highlight cells rules, top bottom rules. I am not going to have a specific example for each one of this, because actually they're almost the same. It just so happened that since we have used the bottom 5 items, you can actually use it on top 5 items or bottom 10%, top 10%, above average, below average, etc. So for the data bars, let's try these data bars. Before I will going to have an example for these data bars, I'll just undo our conditional formatting. By the way, for undoing the format, we can actually cell rules, then clear rules from selected cells. Okay, so there's no rules right now for this column. Okay, so let's highlight this again from B2 going to B15 cell. So let's have here data bars. For data bars, we have gradient fill and we have solid fill. So for gradient fill, it is used for a fill with still an input or a text or a number on it. So for overlapping text and shading, this is actually the purpose of gradient fill. And for solid fill, almost the same with gradient, but the colors here is solid. Okay, so let's use this gradient fill. Upon clicking, as you can see, the higher the value of the number, the higher the bars, or the longer the bars, the colored area of our bars, or the colored area of our cells. That's basically how it does. So you can have an insight that the lowest value is actually 4 and 8 by just visually seeing the cells and not specifying specifically the numbers or the actual values written on these cells. So that's the data bars is working. For the color scales, almost the same with data bar, so I will not be having any example for that. Okay, so before we go to the next conditional formatting, let's again undo our formats here. Let's try to clear the rules, selected cells. Okay, now let's highlight again B2 going to B15, and let's try to have these icon sets. So you can actually choose from different icons here or symbols, from directional, shapes, indicators, or ratings. But for this example, I'll try to use the ratings, this signal button. So let's click this. Okay, so as you can see, guys, the higher the signal, assuming this is a signal, assuming this is not a sales. Sige, let's try to rename. Assuming this is not a sales, assuming this is a signal. Mbps, wow, so huge. but for visualization purposes, I hope you get it, that the higher the value of the number, the higher the signal, the colored bar of the signal symbol. So that's how the conditional formatting works, especially for icon sets. Okay, so for new rules, if your rule that you wanted to do on your cells is not yet here under highlight cell rules, under top bottom, under data bars, color skills, or icon sets, you can actually have your own rule here and you can customize them. So again, for clear rules, we can clear the selected cells or the entire sheet if not only the B column has the conditional formatting rules. If there's a lot of formatting and you want to start again from the beginning, you can actually choose these clear rules and clear rules from entire sheets. Okay, so I hope you get it, my friends. So that's basically how the conditional formatting works in MS Excel environment. So if you learn from this video, don't forget to like and comment down below that yes, thank you, I learned. Again, comment yes, thank you, I learned. So thank you again for watching this video and see you on our next tutorial. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more related contents, my friends. Keep safe always. Bye-bye.